Way back in the day, LEGO used to do these things they called 3D reviews. They were just these neat little animations where the set would walk around or fly around or do whatever, and then at the end it would fade to black and it would do a close-up of all the cool features on the set, just all the features it had, and oh man, I loved watching these as a kid. I remember spending hours just going through Lego.com and watching all of them that they had and dreaming about all the sets. Some of them I eventually got, and some of them I'm still dreaming of. But I think it was definitely a lot better than what they do today, where they just got pictures of the sets on Lego.com, because these OG ones were the bomb. I just loved them so much. However, there was one that I did not love. That was the one for the 2014 Droid Gunship. Now, the set itself is amazing, but the 3D review for it broke the heart of 10-year-old me. You see, this was 2014, and spring-loaded shooters and stud shooters were brand new, and to 10-year-old me who had only ever seen flick-fire missiles, these looked so cool. I couldn't believe that they had made guns that actually shot, and those spring-loaded shooters, oh, they just looked miraculous. I could not wait to get my hands on some. I finally one day got the 212 battle pack with my own money, and I was so excited, but oh, I couldn't wait to get even more of those guns that actually shot. And I had yet to try the spring-loaded shooters. When I was that age, the arc in the Clone Wars where they first introduced Saw Gerrera was my favorite arc, purely because I just thought that those droid gunships were so dang cool. And with LEGO having just released a droid gunship that year, I made up my mind that that would be the one that I got my first spring-loaded shooters in. I saved up my money for months and months on my allowance to get this thing. All the while, always watching that 3D review of it. And as you can notice, at the end of the 3D review, they show something that got me extra excited. Not only would I be getting spring-loaded shooters, I'd also be getting another stud shooter, another one of those awesome guns that actually shot. However, as I'm sure that you can well imagine, when I got the set, lo and behold, there was no stud shooter. I was worried that I got a defective model. I went back, checked the directions to see if maybe they just forgot to put the stud shooter in. I was so scared as a little 10-year-old, and eventually I just realized, you know what? There is no stud shooter in this set. Didn't have it on the box. The only place that it ever said there would be a stud shooter was in that 3D review. Well, as you can imagine, as a 10-year-old kid, I was really disappointed. I kind of felt slighted by LEGO, like I had been lied to by this campaign. And I think that this false advertising is a lot worse than the more recent examples of false advertising we've seen, like with the new 501st Battle Pack. On that set, the rangefinder, yeah, you can notice it on the box, but it's a little bit more in the background, a little bit more subtle. With this 3D review, it was right there in your face, and it made it clear that it came with a stud shooter. Now, obviously, as an adult, I'm not that fond of stud shooters anymore, at least on minifigures, and I don't really care that much at this point, but as a little kid, I felt kind of hurt, you know? And anyways, I just thought that it was an interesting another little nugget of LEGO Star Wars lore that I don't think many people really know about or remember. Just this one small video on Lego.com that was there for no more than a few years. Falsely advertised as stud shooter. Maybe it was Ryan. We all know how fond he is of the LEGO group. Maybe he's been trying to plant seeds of dissent in the fandom for years so that we would follow him instead of the multi-billion-dollar corporation based out of Denmark. After all, I have proven that he is not a human, so who knows? Maybe it was him. Well, thanks for making it this far into the video. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of weird, wacky, crazy stuff.